From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Jake Elliott is out ready to kick this one away. And we're off and running from Ford Field. Here comes Williams on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. Lining up now to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's first and 10. Hurts comes out throwing. Flush down out to his left. Big gain downfield. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
First down throwing for Hurts. He's on the move. He's on the move.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Second down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
The drive picks up here, first and 10. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Buys time, rolling right. He takes it himself. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Second and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap for Hurts. As his target, it's Johnny Wilson. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
A play fake, now Hurts to throw. That's much too high and out of the end zone, incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of the passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Hurts trying again on second down. And And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Eagles finish off their opening drive. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Eagles start off well to tie things 7-7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. His first throw is an interception. And the Eagles will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
Now, I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here. Another try following the sack. Rolling left, buying some time. Third and a lone yard coming up. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. They give it to him again. And he's able to push this down to the 12. Offense up to the line fast. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Those are the hurry-up offense here. Hurts with it on 3rd and short. He brings it in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Hurts now from the gun. Escape. And he scores. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles parlay the interception into points. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone, so the football will come back out to the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Laporta with the grab. They gain 14 on the play. And that gives the Lions the first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back to throw. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Greg Newsome has it. And the Eagles get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie, Okie. That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down. But even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge pick in return for that defense.
He's on the move. And he hits the deck after setting him up with 1st and goal. That one goes for 25 yards. And that will set up 1st and goal. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. They got a handful on the play. Now need a handful more. 5 yards on 2nd and goal.
Receivers running the ball, well, that's become commonplace in the NFL now, and that includes down here in the red zone. In close, a lot less space to work with. You really love your most elusive players to get their hands on the ball.
And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again. They will not get enough. We're back and excited to start the second. Eagles in a nice spot to put up points. Hurts now on 3rd and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles double their lead to 14.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Brings in the kick at the 9. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Tight end in motion left. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Connects on one to Jameson Williams. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
No place to go, so he just threw it away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing from the gun here. He finds Laporta. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll go from the gun with Edwards. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
From the red zone now. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. He brings up second down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Throwing from the gun. Finds Laporta. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. Throwing now, needing a first. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions make it a one-score game in the first half. That one splits the uprights. And the Lions chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. This return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Blown back, gets the handoff. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
On first down, Hurts. He fires one deep down the left sideline. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We got second down. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Hurts setting up to throw. Wilson's got it. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Tackled by Jack Campbell. On third down, it's Hurts. And the Lions get him. Down he goes. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Hurts now on 4th. He lets one fly deep downfield. He's got it inside the 25. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a 13-point lead. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles double their lead to 14. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Dropping back to throw. Forced out to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Edwards on the shotgun handoff. And he's brought down after a short gain. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Quinion Mitchell. And the Eagles are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the 3rd interception, man, he is killing his team.
First down throwing for Hurts. Escapes the pocket. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Hits him on the out route. He's still going at the 30. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. It's the Eagles with 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
Cut out left. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. On 4th down, Hurts. Looking for somewhere to throw. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on down.
Coach is challenging to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Caught by Miller. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Throwing now on 1st down. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. On the move, headed right. Laporta with the grab. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And no return here, and this is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20. Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line. 1st and 10, here's Hurts. Hits him on the in route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Throwing for the end zone. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles will extend their lead as time expires in the half. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this, but this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles double their lead to 14. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Here's Smith on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. A give now from the gun. He'll cobble together a yard there. Aiden Hutchinson, energetic as always after making the stick. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Working quickly here. They'll throw on 3rd and long. He's trying to lay it in deep along the right side. It is caught at the 20. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles stretch their lead to 21.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And that gives the Lions the first. Here's a give inside to Edwards. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Here's 2nd and 5. Chased out to his right. Launching deep down the right sideline. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing now from the gun. And he'll be touchdown after a big play.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
From the red zone now. And they will score. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions start the 2nd half with some needed points. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Lions get it back to a 14-point game. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. Escapes out to the left. Toward the sideline and caught by Wilson. And he's out of bounds past midfield. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
He's on the move. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
And he's able to push this down to the 12. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Back to the well again. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
You know what I love about that play call? It was simple. Nobody overthinking on the sideline or out on the field. Just an offense going to work and moving those chains.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's brought down for a loss. Offense up to the line fast. Back-to-back carries here. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. Moving in the right direction that time, but only 2 yards picked up, so it's 3rd and 9.
Well, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Buys time, rolling right. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Running for it on 4th. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And they get to him just in time. That's a tackle for the stand and a turnover on downs.
These 4th down runs, it's all about want to and will. Want to keep it conservative offensively, try to move it across, but that defense was having none of it. And now they get themselves off the field.
Throwing from near his own goal line. Able to get it to Edwards. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They got 24 yards on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. That one's caught along the left sideline. It's a gain of 29 yards. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
With a slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Still sticking with the passing game. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Running behind center with Edwards. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
Hey, these are the type of gains he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Completed to his running back. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it'll be 2nd down. Throwing it again here. Forced out to his right. Complete over the middle. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. And they send a man in motion. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs. First down throwing for Hurts. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there, tackled by Jack Campbell. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Second and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. It's caught, Ferguson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. A play fake, now Hurts to throw. He's got time here. Got to it right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Escapes the pocket. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Across the 20, continuing to work. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles making a 3-score game in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles stretch their lead to 21. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 30. They've got first down from the 31. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Throw complete to Williams. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 36. And they pick him up again. And the Eagles will take over as he records his first interception of our season. First and 10 from the 41. Throwing from the gun here. He fires one deep down the left sideline. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it sets up second down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard on the run. That's going to set up 4th and 7. On 4th down, Hurts. He finds him beyond the marker. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. How about 19 yards on 4th down, and the call to go for it pays off considerably. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Hurts. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles put up even more points in a win. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles continue piling on to this lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. He'll take this at the 10. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Throwing now from the gun. Cut by Miller. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Offense in the hurry up here. To the air now on 1st and 10. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
Throwing from the gun. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Eagles are going to have it after his second interception of the season. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a third time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those
Uh-oh, it's loose. Live ball inside the end zone. And he takes it in for the touchdown. Great defensive effort late, even if this one's decided. So the defense scores, and now their offense coming out for 2 more.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Getting right back to it after that interception. He's on the move. And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for 2, but it doesn't work out. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return.
The Eagles take over first and 10.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. On the move, headed right. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Throwing now, off play action. Chased out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the first down.
Hurts now on 4th. He'll get this one to Watkins. Avoids the defender. We've got a foot race. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles grow their lead yet again. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
That one's cut along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll throw on 1st. Trying to push it deep downfield. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. Just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
You know by now, Kate, what I call that. That's that car wash ball. Just come to life. That's when you throw that ball right through that car wash and you throw it with such velo, it doesn't get wet. And to do it with that kind of accuracy down the field, this dude's elite.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And here's the timeout with just 1 second left on the clock. So we're going to have one more play left in the game that's already decided. All right, this is going to be the final play of the game. One final shot here. Buys time, rolling right. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So the Eagles will fly.